Imagine standing at the edge of a vast philosophical abyss, peering into the depths of existence itself. What does it mean to be? What lies beyond the veil of reality? These profound questions have captivated thinkers for centuries, and one of the earliest philosophers to grapple with them was Zeno of Elea. Living in ancient Greece around the 5th century BC, Zeno posed a tantalizing question that still reverberates through philosophical discourse today. What is that which is not? This seemingly simple inquiry opens a Pandora's box of ideas about existence and non-existence, challenging our perceptions and assumptions about reality. Join me as we delve into Zeno's thought-provoking quote, exploring its implications, historical context, and enduring relevance in our quest to understand the nature of being. This introduction aims to draw the audience in by inviting them to consider deep philosophical questions while establishing Zeno's significance in this exploration. Zeno's question serves as a catalyst for these discussions, prompting us to examine our assumptions about reality itself. Zeno's exploration of existence is closely tied to his famous paradoxes. These paradoxes were crafted to defend Parmenides' view against the commonly held belief in plurality and change. One of his most famous paradoxes involves Achilles and the tortoise. Achilles and the tortoise. In this paradox, Achilles races a tortoise that has a head start. Zeno argues that Achilles will never be able to overtake the tortoise because whenever Achilles reaches the point where the tortoise was, the tortoise has moved ahead slightly. This leads to an infinite series of points Achilles must reach before he can overtake the tortoise, suggesting that motion is impossible. The dichotomy paradox. This paradox posits that before one can travel a certain distance, they must first cover half that distance. Before covering half that distance, they must cover a quarter of it, and so on ad infinitum. Thus, Zeno concludes that motion cannot occur because it requires completing an infinite number of tasks. These paradoxes illustrate Zeno's skepticism toward our intuitive understanding of motion and change. By questioning how we perceive movement and existence, he challenges us to reconsider our assumptions about reality. The implications of non-being. Zeno's inquiry into what is not also raises important questions about non-being itself. If we accept that something can be defined by its qualities or attributes when it exists, what happens when we consider something that does not exist? Non-being cannot possess any qualities. Therefore, it becomes difficult to conceptualize or articulate. This leads us into discussions about negation in philosophy. In many philosophical traditions, negation plays a crucial role in understanding existence. For instance, existentialism. Existentialist philosophers like Jean-Paul Sartre have explored themes related to being and nothingness. Sartre argues that existence precedes essence. In other words, individuals create their own meaning in a world devoid of inherent purpose. Eastern philosophy. In Buddhism, concepts like emptiness, sunyata, challenge notions of fixed identity and existence. Emptiness suggests that all phenomena are interdependent and lack inherent essence. Zeno's question aligns with these discussions by inviting us to confront the complexities surrounding existence and non-existence. Historical context. To fully appreciate Zeno's contributions, it's essential to understand the historical context in which he operated. Ancient Greece was a time of significant intellectual exploration. Philosophers were beginning to question traditional myths and religious explanations for natural phenomena. Zeno's work emerged during this transformative period when thinkers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle were laying the groundwork for Western philosophy. By engaging with Parmenides' ideas while challenging popular beliefs about motion and plurality, Zeno contributed significantly to this intellectual landscape. His paradoxes prompted later philosophers to grapple with fundamental questions about reality and knowledge. For example, Plato. In his dialogues, Plato addresses issues related to change and permanence through his theory of forms, abstract entities representing ideal versions of objects we encounter in the physical world. Aristotle critiqued Zeno's paradoxes while developing his own theories on motion and causality. He introduced concepts such as potentiality and actuality to explain how change occurs within an underlying substance. Zeno's influence can be seen throughout Western philosophy as subsequent thinkers continued to engage with his ideas on existence and non-being. Relevance today. The philosophical inquiries raised by Zeno continue to resonate in contemporary discussions across various fields. Metaphysics. Modern metaphysicians still grapple with questions surrounding existence and non-existence. Debates about abstract objects, like numbers, versus concrete entities reflect ongoing engagement with Zeno's ideas. Quantum physics. In physics, concepts related to particles existing in superposition challenge traditional notions of existence and observation. The behavior of subatomic particles raises questions about how we define reality at fundamental levels. Artificial intelligence. As AI technology advances rapidly, questions about consciousness arise. What does it mean for an artificial entity to exist? Can machines possess qualities akin to human experience? Philosophy of language. Linguists explore how language shapes our understanding of reality. Discussions around negation highlight how we articulate absence or non-being within linguistic frameworks. Zeno's quote encourages us not only to reflect on these contemporary issues but also prompts critical thinking about our assumptions regarding reality itself. Conclusion. In conclusion, Zeno of Elea's quote, "What is that which is not?" serves as a profound inquiry into existence and non-being, challenging us to reflect on what it means for something to truly exist versus merely being conceptualized as non-existent. Through his paradoxes and philosophical explorations surrounding motion and plurality, Zeno invites us into deeper contemplation about reality itself. As we navigate modern discussions across metaphysics, science, language philosophy, and even artificial intelligence, the relevance of Zeno's thought remains evident today. His inquiry acts as both a catalyst for critical thinking about existence while encouraging ongoing exploration into fundamental questions shaping human understanding throughout history. As always, stay strong, stay stoic.